So when you said bring power to the people, and then something that I've noticed is we hear the Black Lives Matter movement and other things using that term, power to the people. Mm-hmm. What does that mean to you?
Power to the people means we have all the power. We are as a collective have the voice to change things, right? If the mass majority of people are upset and unrest about something that's going on but is being suppressed because the government doesn't like you being in opposition to it, we are the ones that have the power. We are the ones that have the say. We are the people that are going to make that difference. We have every right to be out there and making that difference and to make that change. If we're upset about something, you should listen to us and try to make that difference. If you want to say, we hear you, now be quiet and go away, that's where we have a problem. And by no means does the violent acts of maybe looting stores, do I condone that, because you're taking something from somebody's business that has nothing to do with the message, right? Now you could say maybe burning a building might have a message towards a specific goal you have in mind, and there's a time and a place possibly for that. But as far as like getting what you need, right, what you want as a collective voice, as, you know, power to the people, right, that you need to understand you're going to have to bring about change by taking a stance and being out there and voicing your opinion and making sure people are hearing you. What good does it do if your messages fallen on deaf ears, right? Tell me about that. What good does it do if your message doesn't reach anywhere? So it's important to understand when you see radical things going on, is there a motive to be able to get that message farther, to bring awareness to yourself, to the cause, so that people might look into you further to hear your message louder?
It's interesting to me that power to the people is something that I hear spoken from the Black community when they're raising an issue. I don't hear power to the people from the white community. And I'm not trying to inject something into that question, but why would you say that's so?
A lot of the protests I've gone to, there's a lot of white people who are out there protesting, like, who are saying that. You can say Black people are saying Black power, you know, which is a different subject altogether. But the reason that I think I see a lot of like constitutionalists or, you know, people in opposition to Black Lives Matter movement or the civil rights movement or whatever you want to say is basically they don't understand, like, we want equality. We want to be treated fairly. What is wrong with that? What are you in opposition to? We want our rights just like you have your rights. We just want to be on equal footing to you, not above you. And maybe they feel some type of way because they don't want you to be above them, and that's what they feel like you're trying to do. But no, we just want to be equal to you. And so I think where that misconception comes into place is that power to the people plays so well to them too, because they have the power as well. They have the power to change. And many of those people don't believe in the government. I can tell you that. They believe that the government is corrupt, and, you know, and they're out there wanting change too, but they think it's in a different way. Now, you could say all the viewpoints might not align, right? But that's okay, because that's America. Both of our viewpoints are completely different. We're going to disagree on some things, but, you know, there's some things we can get on common ground. And that's where people need to understand. That's where the movement needs to understand that we have to work together. If you're wanting equality, if you're wanting to end racism and end brutality from the police, you need to understand that just trying to do it alone and throwing out a group of people that are more than likely on your side at the end of the day, if they understand where you're coming from, that is where you're messing up. That is where you're messing up, because you're going to be fighting something you're going to lose. At the end of the day, you'll lose it, because it needs to be unity and unification of our nation, not about division of our nation.